Yeah, some interesting comments there from Giles then. James Savundra joins me on set now. Look, he hinted that Mbeumo only wants United, but is happy to stay at Brentford if the deal can't be agreed. So where are we with the deal then?
That was really interesting, saying that he'll be happy to stay. I think it seems unlikely that Brian Mbeumo will be a Brentford player, even by the time the players return for pre-season, just simply because of how close Brentford and Manchester United are right now. There was a bid that went in on Friday, which was rejected by Brentford. That was worth up to £62.5 million. The previous bid was £55 million, with £45 million up front, £10 million in add-ons. We understand Brentford want in excess of £60 million, and they want, as Bill Giles was saying there, it's something we've been reporting over the course of the last few days, there has been plenty of interest in Brian Mbeumo, but he wants to join Manchester United. And I do think, with the clubs remaining in talks, that we are getting very, very close to them having an agreement. It's
a shame, isn't it? Because Brentford's players have done so well for them, but now they're all in the shop window and everyone's nicking them, basically, none more so than their captain, Christian Norgard. What's happening there? Is he going to Arsenal?
And it was really nice to hear Phil Giles talk about being really happy for Christian Norgard to get this opportunity to complete a move to Arsenal. 6 years of service, 2 years as captain as well. He's been a real leader.
United have made an improved bid of more than £60 million for Brentford's Brian Mbeumo. That is very significant, that figure, isn't it? Because we knew that they had a bid rejected worth up to £55 million.
As far as they're concerned, are relaxed about the current situation. They believe that Brian wants to join them in Old Trafford, so therefore they're confident, comfortable and relaxed with regards to his stance. You have to remember that Manchester United last week had their initial and first bid rejected by Brentford, which we understand to be a total of £55 million. Brentford looking for upwards of £60 million. So they're not a million miles away. You'd imagine that a second offer, which we said last week on Sky Sports News was being prepared, will be a lot closer to what Brentford are looking for. Brian Mbeumo has 1 year left on his Brentford contract with a club option additional year. So essentially he's got a 2-year deal left. So it is going to be a sizable fee that Manchester United are going to have to pay. However, he's not the only target they're looking at. They would be naive if they were to only put all their eggs in one basket, because things change in football. And things change very quickly, as Michael knows. So, therefore, they do have other options. But right now, it looks like it's going to be a Manchester United situation for Brian Mbeumo.
Spurs' interest, just a spanner in the works, to quote Mr McAdam. Does Thomas Frank's arrival
don't quote me.
change that?
Well, let me just say, you know, Spurs and Brentford have had very good negotiations over the last 10 days or so, and we've been reporting day after day on Thomas Frank's appointment at Tottenham Hotspur. That was never in doubt, and I'm sure people were bored of me saying it every day. But what I kept stressing was the delay, well, not really a delay, it's probably the wrong word, but the coaches coming in, and they've taken some good coaches from Brentford. Now, you do wonder now what potential players Thomas Frank might fancy at Brentford, and does he want to take a number of players from Brentford? It is talking Nathan Collins, the defender who's been absolutely brilliant for them at Brentford. But in terms of Mbeumo, there have been initial discussions about a potential deal. They are interested in him. Antoine Semenyo is another player Spurs like as well. But at this stage of the window, they are just one of a number of top attacking players Spurs have been in discussions with. The encouragement Spurs have had, Jules, is the fact that Brian Mbeumo and Thomas Frank have a brilliant